Hello everyone, nice to see you again. We're coming to the last session of this unit, the session 4, the math expressions. This session contains two subsessions, session 4.1, the mathematical relations, and session 4.2, the basic algebra. This video covers session 4.1, the mathematical relations. Two types of mathematical relations will be discussed in this subsession. The first type is the equations, which means one thing equals to the other. The second type is inequalities, as shown in this slide. Let's look at the equations. An equation means two quantities A and B are equal. There are two ways to read it, either A equals B or A is equal to B. Here is an example. We know that 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So this equation is read 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters, or 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. This is another example. We know the value of pi is 3.14159265. This equation can be read pi equals 3.14159265, or pi is equal to 3.14159265. The following is a question for you to practice. How to read this equation? The left-hand side of the equation is 60 miles per hour, and the right-hand side is 96.56 kilometers per hour, where mph is the shorthand for miles per hour, and kph stands for the abbreviation for kilometers per hour. Since 1 mile is 1.609 kilometers, by simple calculation, we can confirm that the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the equation are equal. So, what would you fill in the blank? There are four options: A equals, B equal, C is equal to, D are equal to. This is a multiple choice question. There could be more than one answer. What options would you choose? The answers are, you can either use A equals or D is equal to in this expression. You might feel puzzled. 60 miles per hour and 96.56 kilometers per hour both seem plural. Why should we use the singular form equals or is equal to? The reason is we take the whole 60 miles per hour as a single intact physical quantity. It is the same for 96.56 kilometers per hour. So we use the singular form for the verb in this expression. Our next topic is the inequalities. An inequality is a mathematical relation in which two quantities A and B are not equal. This expression is read A does not equal B, or A is not equal to B. There are four types of inequalities. The first type is greater than. In this case, the expression is read A is greater than B. An example is, we know that 2 is a larger number than 1. So we read this mathematical relation, 2 is greater than 1. Simple, yeah? Another example, we know that the mathematical constant pi, which is related to the circles, is 3.14. Its value is greater than 2. So, we can call this mathematical relation pi is greater than 2. The second type of inequalities is less than. We read such a relation, A is less than B. For example, compared to 121, 36 is a smaller number. So we say 36 is less than 121. On the other hand, this is equivalent to the relation 121 is greater than 36. Another example is, from the previous slide, we know 60 miles equals 96.56 kilometers, which is greater than 90 kilometers. So we conclude 90 kilometers is less than 60 miles. The third type of inequalities is greater than or equal to. We call such a mathematical relation A is greater than or equal to B. This means A is either greater than B or A is equal to B. If any one of these two conditions is satisfied, this mathematical relation is valid. This also means A cannot be less than B. For example, we know that if x is a real number, x squared must be a positive number, or 0. For example, we know that if x is a real number, x squared must be a positive number, or 0. A real number squared cannot be negative. We call this mathematical relation x squared is greater than or equal to 0. This means x squared cannot be less than 0. Do you agree? The fourth type of inequalities is less than or equal to. We call such a mathematical relation A is less than or equal to B. This means A is either less than B or A is equal to B. The meaning is equivalent to A cannot be greater than B. For example, the speed limit of our motorways is 110 kilometers per hour. It is illegal to drive faster than 110 kilometers per hour there. So your driving speed V must be either less than or equal to 110 kilometers per hour. We call this mathematical relation V is less than or equal to 110 kilometers per hour. Finally, I have a question for you to discuss as a group. How do you read this mathematical relation on the screen? The above is the introduction to the mathematical relations, including equations and inequalities. In the next subsession, which is also the final one, we will introduce you the basic algebra in mathematics. See you soon.